Okay, hello again. So we are going to be talking about kind of the Veldt right now, but not really, because really I just kind of need to review the compare and contrast outline. If you're hearing a bunch of noise in the background, that is my dog eating right now. Okay, anyways, so compare and contrast. Let me just get my tools ready. Do this. Now, remember for comparisons, you are looking at the similarities, and for the contrast, you are looking at the differences. Okay. For your next assignment, you are going to be writing about the Veldt and modern world, as in the world that you know today. Whoops. There we go. Now, if you can remember, there are two different ways of creating a compare or contrast essay. We have the block method, and we have the point by point. The block method groups everything, you say everything that you need to say about one subject, and then you say everything you need to say about the other subject. So in this case, we're going to be talking about the Veldt as subject one. And then we're going to be talking about today as the second subject. Now, there are a couple things that you can look at. I don't know what you want to look at, but that's up for you to decide. But you're going to have 2 or 3 different points. And these points need to be the same. Okay, so this means that this is going to be one body paragraph, and this is going to be another body paragraph. Point by point is a little bit different, and that is each paragraph is going to be a point. So you have point 1, and the Veldt, and today, and then point 2, the Veldt, and today, and then point 3, the Veldt, whoops, and today. This means that you are going to have 1, 2, 3 body paragraphs. Now, what I want you to do for this is I want you to either compare or contrast the Veldt with today. And you can take it in many different directions. However, where I don't want you to really take it is in, I don't want you to be like, oh, well, we don't have a full AV room like the nursery. Okay, so don't really take it there. That is not the point of the story. the whole point of the story is how technology takes over our lives. Okay, so that's kind of what I want you to focus on. So keep this kind of a slight outline in mind when you create your compare contrast essay. So it'll be compare or contrast the Veldt with today. And we will make this a short essay of 700 words. And you will be expected to have an intro, complete with a hook, background information, and background information can come in the form of a summary of the Veldt, about 4 to 5 sentences. And it will lead into your thesis. Now, remember that a thesis has a topic plus what you want to say about it, plus an outline of your points of development. Okay, so your points of development are going to be either your subjects here or these points. Okay, so I'm just going to have to add on an extra page. Anyways, so you start off with your intro, your hook, your background information, summary of 4 to 5 sentences. This is summary of the Veldt, okay? And then thesis, topic, and stance of points of development. Make sure that when you write your summary for the Veldt that it's a full summary, and it really kind of focuses more so on leading into the points that you want to make. Okay, and then after the let's go back to pens. After the intro, then you're going to have your body, and then body 2. And then if you choose the point-by-point method, you will have a third body, more than likely. Now, just remember that for each body, you need to have a topic sentence that is extended, meaning that it looks exactly the same as a thesis, except that it's the very first sentence of your paragraph. And then you have your claim, evidence, analysis, times 2 or 3, depending on which method you're using, right? If you're doing the block method, you'll probably have 3 different claims. But if you're doing the point by point, you're going to have 3 different bodies with 2 different kind of claims, right? One for the Veldt and one for today. And then you need to have your concluding sentence. Okay, I am going to be expecting a rough draft of this essay for Wednesday's class. Now that just gives you 2 days to work on it. So you're going to have to work really hard on this. And then make sure that at the very, very end of your essay that you have a conclusion paragraph. And if you can remember, a conclusion paragraph will do things like revisit the hook. It will summarize your essay. And it will have a further thought, but make sure that this further thought is not like something totally brand new. Further thought or call to action. Whoops. Okay, so keep that in mind as you are writing this. I do want to see an outline with your rough draft. Your rough draft should be typed. It needs to be Times New Roman. .12 point. You will need to have 1-inch margins. You will need to have all the information, right, top left hand side, and then your last name in the header with the page number. Okay, so think of all these things. Make sure that you do them. I don't know. I guess that's all I had to say. Part of that discussion that you guys had the other day when we missed a class because I had to have a root canal, you were to discuss the similarities or differences between the Veldt and today, and that was to help lead you into this project. Now, from what I heard, there weren't too many people who actually did that, which means that you are going to have to think from square one today. But for those who did do it, at least you have an idea, different ideas already floating around. Okay, so get busy, get your work done, and I will see you guys on Wednesday as long as they don't close the university on that day as well. If they do happen to close the university on that day as well, then I will be creating a Dropbox for your rough drafts, and you will submit your rough drafts into me for approval. Okay. Anyways, as of right now, do your grammar, do the worksheet. The worksheet can be done kind of like over homework. This actual essay is probably the most important thing to begin and get done for Wednesday. Okay. Anyways, take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.